Much. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. We have come together to have a conversation with each other, to deliberate and to think together. First, let me make it clear from the very beginning that we come from very different political parties. There are people here from Jubilee Party, there are people here from ODM Party, there are people here who were previously in the UDA Party, there are people here from the new PPA Party and the Inject Party. As the party leader of Inject, we've come together to discuss, to have a movement of youthful voices and youthful leaders who can be an alternative to the corrupt government and the crooked opposition. As you see, the state of our country right now is people are trying to look for lesser devils and to try to look for leadership where it cannot be found. They want to replace a problem with another problem. And what we are saying is the problem cannot be the solution to the problem. We as the youth of this country, we have enough votes to be president, to be deputy president, to be member of parliament in all the 290 constituencies, and to win all the senatorial and women rep positions and governor positions in this country. We are not in doubt. And as we are seated here, we've not come to ask for our share at the table. We've come to take the table. So this is now a warning shot to the political class who for a long time has put us in a merry-go-round where we replace corruption with corruption, where we keep jumping from the frying pan to the fire and from the fire back into the frying pan. We are not going to replace the corrupt government with another corrupt leadership. We are coming together as the youthful voices in this country to chart a new path for the youth of this country. And I'm encouraging all the young people that are out there. If you believe that you can be a leader, this is where you belong. Do not continue despising yourself. Do not have a low self-esteem. We are 15 million, if not 16 million young voters. Any position that we want, we can get. We are going to reason together and we are going to find a path together that crosses cultural differences, ideological differences, and together we are going to move forward. So this is our first meeting. We hope you're not going to ask us for too much on our first meeting because we are still doing leveling. We are still trying to understand each other. We are still trying to understand everybody's journey, what our ideologies are. But as we move together, this is the youth movement that is going to be an alternative option to Kenya and that is going to drain the swamp and replace the corrupt leadership that we have that cuts across from government and even into opposition. Thank you, and that is all for today from me.
Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. My name is Kasmuel Mcoure from the Orange Democratic Movement UT. And today, this marks the first of many consultative meetings amongst the youthful voices in leadership in our country. And we've gathered here because now more than ever, we have a historic and monumental duty towards each other and to the nation to ensure that we get our leadership right. Part of the things we want to talk about and going forward, we have to just give you a sneak peek. We have to get this issue of corruption in our country right. We have to ensure, and part of the things we will be pressing for in the coming days, and we urge all voices who are interested in these things to come and join us. Victims of police brutality, we shall not take lightly, and we will follow up to the hilt, to the very man. We will ensure that victims of police brutality receive justice. We are also very, very keen on focusing on clinching all these elective seats, because for far too long, when you see young people gathered in front of a camera, we are the ones who stir the water, and then the political class jumps into the water. And I'm saying this knowing full well that I'm in the Orange Democratic Movement. Anybody who stands in the way of progress, of getting justice for police brutality, anyone who stands in the justice for our quest to unearth corruption and thinks of it as a joke, anyone who's playing around with devolution, we will make that an election issue. And that's why we are saying we have put our differences aside and we have gathered here as members of all those parties. This is not a political party. It is the start of consultative meetings to hold this government accountable with a view of capturing power, not in the future, in 2027. The people you are seeing here will present themselves for leadership, and we ask you to work with us. We are tired of you telling us that we are too young. We are tired of you telling us that we have to have a tribal base. Those bases that you're talking about, all of us from the houses we come from, we have found and devised strategies to come together, and we're inviting everybody, including members of civil societies. And I'm here to say there's this nonsense that people are peddling on social media where you want to call everybody a project. we are not afraid. We are saying that if you are going to push negativity against the youth, we will resist that agenda. We're inviting everybody, even the ones who have been our biggest critics. We urge you to come and sit at the table and see if what we are saying is wrong, then go and report to the people. If what we are saying is just and right, and we're urging the media as well to not spin the wrong narrative about the youthful voices. Give us the function. The number of people who are driving the media are our age mates. You are the people who are going to change the media. Kazi yenyu cannot just be to find sound bites of us. We believe in you, and we ask you to believe in us because we must have a very clear generational conspiracy. As a first, nashukuru sana, and I would like to welcome my colleague from the Jubilee Party.
My name is Angel Muthia. I'm the chairperson of the Jubilee Youth League. And I'd like to remind us that being a young Kenyan is now officially in the 1,000 ways to die. There are only 3 things that can happen to you when you're a young Kenyan. You're either abducted, arrested, or killed. Those are the 3 things that we have been reduced to as the young people of Kenya. We are saying no to that, and this is a call to the members of our generation that the youth of Kenya are under siege. We need to come together and say no to a corrupt government and a government that is out to eat us and finish us. We are an endangered species. Members of my generation, they have been massaging us for too long. They were massaging our ankles, we kept quiet. They were massaging our knees, we kept quiet. Now they are massaging our thighs, and we cannot allow them to go any further. We have to be very, very angry. This should not happen. Kenya is going to turn 62 years this year, 60 years after independence, and we are still fighting for freedom like our forefathers did. And as June 25th nears, let us remember not to forget. Let our spirits linger and remember the young people who died on June 25th in 2024. Their deaths must count for something. Their deaths must count for something. Their deaths must count for something. Thank you.
Good afternoon, members of the press. My name is Maliba Anon. The party leader of Progress Plus Alliance, PPA. Initially, of course, all of you knew me as the communications person at UBA sometimes back. Sometimes last year, a few of us decided to actually leave because we believed in this particular administration. But they promised us heaven and delivered hell. That's not why we are here. Quickly, as you see, this is actually a collection of young leaders who actually realize. This is a collection of young leaders who have discovered that Kenya is making a choice between the devil and the deep blue sea. That now we are talking about the lesser evil. That's exactly how the current administration wants it to actually be. And I need to say this, that you have heard people speak about Bila break. You have heard people say that President William Ruto deserves 2 terms. I actually support that the president should have 2 terms. 1 term in State House, and he's already serving it, and the 2nd term in committee.
In prison.
Those are the 2 terms that the president must serve. He is already serving 1 term. The next term that we are glad and we want to actually give it to him, he's in prison. He should be in prison and not out here. Now, the conversation, the reason why we come together is so simple. Kenyans have been reduced. There's a reductionist way of doing politics in this country. That Kenyans are being told that you have to choose between 2 evils. That you have to choose and discuss about changing a prison warden. That we're talking about this warden is good and warden B is good, warden A is bad. No one is talking about prison break. We are here to actually announce prison break for the people of Kenya. We are here to actually announce that we are not going to choose between 2 wardens. That is not why we are here. The loyal opposition that you hear led by the former deputy president is just 1 warden. William Ruto is just another warden. And by the way, even if the other side wins, William Ruto will be serving a 2nd term. That is not what we want to actually allow to actually happen out here. So we are here to tell Kenyans that there is an alternative, and we are not young. We are not young. We cannot allow the same thinking that created the problems that we are in today to actually tell us that the same thinking will actually give us the solutions. So ours is very simple. We are starting to work together. We know that we hold ideological differences amongst ourselves. Politically, we might not agree on everything else, but there are things that bring us together. And that is what we are magnifying. And we want to work together and ensure that we reduce the differences that we have. We are not worried. I need to tell you this as a father. You are not going to see the Gen Z movement come back. The William Ruto administration decimated the Gen Z movement. What they have been left to do now is just to argue on social media. That is the best they can do. They cannot come out because they are highly traumatized. They are here, but they only tell you that some of them are here. They abducted people. They beat them up. They actually scattered that particular movement. Those young people are very, very, very traumatized. They can't come back. That is why you have not seen anybody attempt to come outside. They have sold fear, and those young people have bought fear. So the much they can do is actually just back on social media. But we know that movements mutate. A number of them have actually realized that that door is actually closed, and they are coming together to do things differently. So as we go out there, we are not in this business, by the way, to negotiate and talk to anybody else. We will not accept any result that declares William Ruto winner. We will not accept. Whether IBC that they actually are announcing, they announced yesterday, we will not accept that result. So long as William Ruto is declared the winner, we will not have a country. Because we cannot have the people who have destroyed this country. We cannot have the very, very people. Look at this. This is a contestant who is actually choosing his friends to go to IBC. We do not have confidence in that IBC because those are William Ruto's friends. Whatever was happening there was simply a PR exercise. They already had sat down and decided. You could tell people with deep political connections, relatives of some of these people, you can tell who and who on that particular list belongs to which side of the political divide. So long as any result shows up and it says William Ruto is the winner, we will not accept. If a result comes out and it says that Gachagua is the winner, we will not accept because those people are the same. Just the other side of the same coin. We are not going to accept anything that declares any of these legacy politicians the winner. That particular result will be rejected. And we have got so many people we are working with. We have decided to actually just come out because we realize that as a country, even for police, you had people talk about the police brutality, the killings of Gen Zs. You now realize that Kenya has got 2 police units. There is a police service that serves the elite. See how they have actually fast-tracked the Honorable
Mcoure killers.
Very fast, very efficient. That is the police service. But when young people ask questions, they need the police force. So we have got the police force for the citizens and a police service that serves the elite. They even have found the weapon that murdered him. They have captured everybody else. But a year since young people were shot, no one has done anything. No one has said anything. So for us, we are pursuing a national transformation. There will be no national transformation if William Ruto is the president. There will be no national transformation if any of those other legacy politicians are winning. It must be our generation. And we are going to pursue that particular end by all means. First of all, constitutional, but I wouldn't lie to you that that is the only option we are looking at. Any other option is on the table.
Someone else who wants to make anything after?
A very good morning to all of us. This is Kanyamambo Kebaso. What has happened today is simple but significant. Young people have met. Young people have agreed to journey together. For a long time, nyinyi wa Kenya mmekuwa mkituambia kwamba mnataka kuona a third alternative. Mmekuwa mkisema kila siku you are tired of the same recycled politicians. Here we are. Wa Kenya, we are offering ourselves to you as that third alternative that you have always been asking. And all we are telling you is we are coming to you. Unajua mmezoea kutuona kwa media. This is a different thing altogether. We are coming to a town near you. We are coming to a market near you. We are coming to a church near you. And for everybody who was saying, who is the third alternative? Here we are. So we have the Ruto regime. We have those people who are in the opposition. And then we have fresh, young leaders who are not tainted by any form of rubbish. And they are telling you, here we are, we want to work together. Wakenya na waomba, cha kwanza mtukubali. Cha pili mtushike mkono. We don't have Land Cruisers to come on top of. We don't have big speakers. We don't have money to splash. But we are coming to you as we are.
And the reason we are coming to you